Next we have here is, I'm sure you've been hearing TikTok for several weeks now, several months regarding the problems that TikTok is. But one may wonder how is TikTok was became this juggernaut that it is, that they are one of the most popular apps in the world right now. What makes them so popular? How did ByteDance, the company or the parent company that owns TikTok, able to you know take advantage and capture this immense popularity and revenue and so forth? Well, with the help of a pre-installed hack that they call it. Let's see here. The pre-installed hack that they say is a way to optimize ByteDance budget. So what they did here is what's kind of interesting when I was reading this article. So in order to properly lay down the most effective way that the company could hack the new users, meaning the mobile users that are going to buy new phones currently and in the future, and could spur the growth of a company. So they call this the pre-install hack. Okay. So what happened here? So the ultimate gray market, which is ByteDance, said that it used by cutting deals with different phone distributors. So meaning from the manufacturing side, before it reaches the consumer, they made a deal with those distributors so that they can automatically pre-install certain apps. In this case, obviously their app TikTok to be pre-installed in the phone. Now, why are they doing that? Here's a very compelling reason now. One thing they mentioned that they had an initial budget of just only zero point 0.4 yuan for every zero point 0.6 cents per install. Now, obviously, they've been growing in an exponential rate, and right now they've already invested 12 yuan for every $1.68 per install. So why the pre-install strategy, so to speak? The technique worked very efficiently in terms of allowing users with new device, meaning if you just simply bought a new phone, would proceed to try out. Obviously, if it's included in your phone, you're checking out what's inside the phone. If you see apps, you may try it. And when you're exploring it, obviously you're very unlikely to simply just disable or even at worst uninstall the app itself. So the one thing they're betting on is once it's pre-installed, the app will make its way to the potential user, obviously the one who bought the phone. And when it's in the phone, very unlikely that you would not use it. You may not like it, but you may not necessarily uninstall, as I mentioned earlier. And once users get accustomed with the app, then they would start using it even more and even promoting it. And to the point that obviously that's just one side of the point of view of the customer. Obviously, on the side of TikTok, they need to promote it, market it, which is what they're doing right now. So the circle of marketing then spreads with the users themselves promoting the pre-installed app. So, which makes sense, it sounds so simple, but it's a very effective way of how to market a product. In this case, an app, rather than advertise heavily online and then encourage them to download, which is another step for consumers. Why not just install it in the first place? Now, obviously, whether having this, I don't know, under the table deal with your distributors is not considered ethical or not is another debate altogether. And as I mentioned, once it's being promoted, other people will also recommend as a means of using communication here, which is what TikTok is, right? So I'm sure with this type of information, other companies, who wants to develop an app, can start using this strategy as well. Now, whether that's considered legal or not, it's up to the governments, legislatures to consider what is allowed and not allowed here.